4 minutes. That's probably the longest intro I've ever made y'all endure. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We are back at the top of another Savage stream. Thanks to everybody liking, subscribing, sharing my videos and all that stuff. I know I didn't put out a whole lot of videos this week. I was a little down the first, Monday and Tuesday there. Seems like the beginning of the week I'm pretty rough. I don't know, the whole world situation is kind of getting to me, especially here in the U.S. So it's pretty brutal. But we are going to talk about some things tonight. I'm going to chat with you guys. I don't have a lot planned. Just kind of hanging out, having some drinks, talking some crypto and that kind of stuff. I really like Fridays because I just get to kind of like chill and talk some crypto and have some drinks. And you guys are the only ones that I really get to talk to about crypto throughout the day. I don't talk about it at my normal work or anything like that. So I really look forward to this. It always is something that I look forward to. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a minute. All right, so let's see what we got going on today. All right, the first topic, I kind of put out some topics there on Twitter. It has been a really chaotic week in the markets, but you need, the thing is like, all right, so like right now it's kind of green, right? But this is like today, this is 24 hours. So if you zoom out like let's say 1 week, it's going to look pretty bad, right? Because this week hasn't been that great, especially for Link. Good grief. Okay, I hold a little bit of Link, so that one always stands out to me. But really good for Tron on the weekly. That's awesome. But anyway, I have a little bit of Tron, just a little moon bag left over of Tron from way back in 2018. But yeah, so this is a weekly. And then if you zoom out even further, now I know this isn't a chart, I'm saying zoom out, but you guys understand what I'm saying here. I forgot to turn my music down too. I've been forgetting that for some reason, I don't know why. Here we go. There, that should sound a little bit better. Okay, so zoom out. Let's go 1 month. 1 month isn't going to look great. Still pretty, there we go. Still pretty bad on the 1 month. Not so bad for Link, but that's okay. But if you go back, let's do a custom date to like the beginning of the year. And this should put things into perspective a little bit here. So let's go to January 1st of 2020. I mean, guys, come on. I mean, that looks pretty solid, right? That I like those colors. That is a really nice green color there. Yeah, you just have to zoom out, man. That's really all it takes to kind of understand where we're going and where we're coming from. I mean, these 30% drops, it's very common, man. It happens all the time, especially during a bull run. It is something that is very common. In the 2017 run, I think a 30% drop happened 3 or 4 times, right? So you just got to look at this is long-term stuff, So anyway, I just like to zoom out a little bit, show a little bit of perspective, and let you see what is going on. It looks like the support for Ethereum, although right before the stream, well, earlier this afternoon and later in the evening, things were looking really bad. I mean, it looked awful. But right before the stream, just a few hours ago, it kind of started turning around a little bit. We bounced off of 380 on Ethereum pretty hard. We actually went below it for a little while, I believe. But it looks like that's, bouncing back okay. There were, I mean, we've as you can see, we've had a heck of a run up here. These runs don't go just straight up. A lot of people kind of expect them to, well, I'm in crypto and I put in $100. Why ain't I a millionaire yet? It's like that. It just doesn't work like that. This isn't 2009, 2010. So, and even back then you put in $100, you're not going to be a millionaire until 10 years later. So, you just got to look at it long term and what look at it long term. That's the easiest way to say it, I guess. Yeah. So let's see. The thing that does concern me about the market a little bit, though, just from my perspective, is the yield farming and all the stuff going on in DeFi, or what they're calling DeFi, which isn't really DeFi. the whole, meme coins and all that stuff. That's going to have an impact, although it is pushing Ethereum. It is absolutely what has pushed Ethereum so hard. As far as, the value, I'm worried. I'm a little bit concerned that of the overall market whenever a lot of those collapse at the same time. I hope that what we've seen already is kind of like the extent of it, but it's not likely. I think that there'll probably be a little bit more, it'll probably get a little bit more bloody before it gets better. So just my opinion, definitely, you guys know I'm just some dude on the internet. I am not giving financial advice at all. But if you look over here on the DeFi Pulse, you can see that, there was this big drop here in the overall locked value, USD value in DeFi. You can see this huge drop here, or what appears to be a huge drop. And then there's like this nice little uptick at the end. Now, I don't know what that means. This is just a chart of what's locked. It's kind of crazy to think that since July, or the end of June, July 1st, there was 1.8 billion. And now there's 8.8 billion. That is insane amount of increase in a very short time, man. That's crazy. So, there's some people taking money out of DeFi and all that stuff. Okay, so, but it looks like it is upticking a little bit here, which is kind of nice to see. And you can see that reflected in Ethereum a little bit, right? So, we dipped down. Now we're kind of headed back up. Even BTC is headed back up. I don't think that this is going to last. I think we're going to see red again, especially over the weekend. But I'm no analyst. I'm just going by pure feels, man. Just pure feels. That's all I'm going by. So, take that for what it's worth. All right, so let me check the chat real quick, see what you guys are talking about. Oh, Nefarious, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing better. Yeah, Yashnik, DeFi. See, here's the thing. What people are calling DeFi right now is not really DeFi, okay? There's a lot of parts to DeFi. You can see some of them here, listed as the category and stuff. But man, this whole meme coin, adding to pools, staking in the pools, and then you're earning that meme coin, which literally has zero value, right? Initially. And there's no project behind it or nothing. It's just like this coin, and then you earn that coin based on what you put in the pools, and you're adding to the liquidity pools, the LPs and all that stuff. I get it. But man, it's super risky. Super risky. So that, to me, they're calling it DeFi, but I think that DeFi needs to have a more concrete, more respectable background. I don't want people to think that these meme coins and these teenagers creating a coin, ERC20 token, throwing it on Uniswap, and then getting people to put money into it. I don't think that's not DeFi. To me, it's not. There's far more to it, and I think that it deserves a little bit of credit and not that the appearance of what people are calling DeFi today, because there's all kinds of different parts of DeFi. There's the decentralized exchanges, DEXs, there's trading, there's lending, there's payment channels, there's wallets, interfaces, derivatives, assets, infrastructure, scaling, analytics. There's all kinds of different parts to this, and what we're calling DeFi today probably isn't DeFi. Okay, so it's not the way I look at it, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't know. I could go on and on about that, but anyway, I want to move on into the coolness of what Naomi Brockwell and later on Bitcoin Jake 09, which is in the chat here. I think you're still in here, right? I think so. Yep, I think he's still in here. Okay. Yep. They've done something really cool. Not Bitcoin Jake, but Naomi Brockwell. She actually created this And I've been seeing things about it for a while. Just never, I guess, actually, I take that back. I'd been seeing things for it for a while. I think I'd signed up like initially whenever it first launched, and I didn't use it. Probably, you know, just getting distracted with other stuff. Because whenever I tried to use it tonight before the stream, it said that my email address already existed and stuff. I'm like, So I had to, like, you know, reset my password and stuff. Anyway, so I must have signed up initially because I follow her and I know that she's said stuff on Twitter about it. So I'm sure that I signed up, and it's just one of those things that I just forget. You know, I get distracted with other things. So anyway, so Naomi Brockwell created this coin tree. I could play the video to kind of explain it. It's super cool. I don't think I'll get hit with any kind of privacy or anything.
A website for people who earn their money through community support. It lists all your crypto addresses in one place, and it allows people to send you messages along with their donations
so that you know where they came from or what they're for. I created Cointree to solve two problems. Number one, my crypto addresses would go stale, either because I'd lose access to them or I'd swap them out for security reasons. I have hundreds of videos on dozens of platforms, and my crypto address is listed on every one of these. It's not feasible to change the donation address on every video each time I want to swap out an address. My Cointree page is now the only link I post, which contains a list of all my active addresses. Number two, people want to be able to personalize their donations with a message of support. I posted a crypto address on every video I made for years. Adding a way for people to send a message along with their donation was the difference between earning $0 for years to earning hundreds of dollars within a couple of months. I first tested this feature on Bitbacker and wanted to replicate the feature here on Cointree. So why is Cointree a great solution for these problems? Well, it's really easy to use. We're not here to teach you a new technology. Use any coin you want, use any wallet you want. We don't keep your wallet keys, and we never touch your funds. And it's free to use. Perhaps someone just wants to send you a donation without having to create an account. Well, we've got that covered too. Plus, you can add all your websites and social media platforms on your page too, so that people can follow and support you everywhere you are. The aim is to help creators earn money by making it as easy as possible for people to support their work. Please enjoy the site and add your Cointree link to your profile so that people know where they can find you and send you tips.
So, yeah, super cool. This is really neat. And what I wanted to talk about tonight actually was Bitcoin Jake. So Bitcoin Jake actually made a CSS, if I'm saying this right, CSS script for you to add to, well, where a streamer, a YouTube streamer or YouTuber could add. Yeah, I'm shilling the hell out of this. Could add that. I don't know what you want to call it, Bitcoin Jake, a widget. I don't know. It's not really. It's really just a source inside of OBS. It's down there in the bottom near my name in the bottom left hand corner. You can see it. So if you were to send any, I can't really see it because it's so small on my screen over here. But I think that Bitcoin Jake sent me something here. I don't know what he's. Let me see if I can blow this up and see what he's saying. I can't. It's way too small. Let's see here. Yeah, he says woo savagemine. Okay, so you can send if you log into Cointree. Now you don't have to. You can just send to that address. And as long as you know my Cointree address, I'm going to mess this up as far as how I'm going to describe it, but basically I've added these. I've added Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash, and trust me, I wouldn't have added Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin Jake made me because I guess he had some Bitcoin Cash that he wanted to send, so he made me add that one. Anyway, so yeah, and let's see. So I guess Bitcoin Jake can probably explain it a little bit better, but I guess there's just a link, the Cointree. So I'm supposed to put this in my description or in the description field of the videos, and then I guess you could just click on that and it would open up. Let's see here. Let me see what this does. So I guess it just looks like this. You would go to Cointree SavageMine, I guess, and it's going to show you this, okay? And then you can click on whichever one to send me. You can send me a message, and it'll show up down there in the little widget or the little source, the browser source that has been added to Streamlabs OBS, and that's kind of like a way. Because see, here's the thing, guys. So I postponed enabling super chats on my channel for a really long time because I don't know what YouTube's going to say about this. They're going to catch me saying this, but YouTube takes 30% of all the super chats. So if you sent me $10, YouTube takes $3 full of that. 30%. That's crazy. Okay. Well, this right here is kind of a way around that, because what you send is, other than the transaction fees for the network, like right now, don't send Ethereum because, I mean, the transaction fees are way up there, but you know, send Bitcoin or whatever, then that is really cool because it kind of goes around the whole thing. And because of what Bitcoin Jake did with this script and being able to add it to OBS, it actually shows up there. Because I know that viewers and subscribers kind of like to see some kind of interaction, you know, with their donations. So this is really cool because you attach a message. I mean, there's different ways. I guess you could probably possibly enable some way of reading the message or something like that. Don't send anything obscene or anything, please, guys. I don't know what y'all are saying over here. I can't see it. That's the one bad thing. I need to figure this out because, let's see, if I go, there's got to be a way of, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right. So I just need to have this open, I guess, so that I can actually see. But the messages will pop up there. On my screen, it's kind of small. On yours, you know, it's however big your monitor is and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about that. But I'm just saying that this is really cool. This is super cool. Bitcoin Jake, super awesome dude, longtime subscriber, follower. Yeah, we've communicated for at least 2 years now, I think. Very cool. So show him some love. I don't know. Let's see. He's got a Cointree also, of course. So make sure you hit him up. Let's see. I'll probably I'll tell you what, I'll put in the link, or I'll put the link to his GitHub in the description also, so that you know, you can, if you're a YouTuber or whatever and you want to enable this, then you can actually enable that as well. So it's super cool. This is really neat. I think it's neat. What's up, Serpent? Why are you so tired, man? He's all hyped up because of the new NVIDIA GPUs. I can tell. All right, so Bitcoin Jake, let me know if I described this properly. I don't know. Let's see. Is someone saying something to me about not being able to see it or something? I did make it kind of small. I didn't want to take up too much of the screen, but I think you can see, I think you can read it. It is small though, but I think it's I don't know. I can't really tell. Like, maybe I need to make it. Yeah, maybe I need to make it a little bit bigger. I need to give it like a frame and put it somewhere on the screen, maybe at the top left or something. You know, to kind of keep it out of the way of everything else. I just threw it down there because I was trying to do it like right before the stream. I was trying to make it work. So, yeah. So I needed to figure that out. Anyway, so I think it looks pretty cool. But I will probably make it bigger in the maybe the top left corner or something. I'll throw it up there. Give it, you know, frame it up and make it look nice. I don't know if there's like a limit to the amount of characters. Bitcoin Jake, you probably know all about that. I mean, I don't want it to be too large on the screen though, so I'll have to, you know, I'll make it I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. So yeah, that is really cool. Thanks to Naomi Brockwell and Bitcoin Jake for making that all possible and everything. It's a very cool website, and capabilities are really nice. Like she said, you just give people the Cointree address and they can send you whatever they want. And the fees are based on the transaction fees and stuff like that. So it's really neat. Definitely works really well for donations and little things like that. So I think that I think it's awesome. This is really cool. She had a really great idea for that. Now, what I did notice, I thought this was pretty cool too, is I went to mine. Let's see here. Let's see if I can. I'm not totally familiar with this website, so just give me a second here. All right, so I went here before and I clicked on message, and then I was trying to send myself $1. Okay, so proceed to payment. And what was cool was send transaction to your wallet. All right, now I click this and then it says open Zel Core because I don't know if it's because it's open already or what, but it knows that there's Zel Core there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if I open Zel Core, then it says payment request received, right, for that $1. Would you like to proceed and pay? So, okay. Throw in my PIN number here. And then it puts all the information in there. I suppose this is what I want to know. I want to know if this actually comes across as the message. I don't know how that works. All right, so it looked like that worked. Now I don't know if that's going to show up over there or not. I suppose it will. I think it has to have a couple of confirmations or a confirmation before it actually shows up. So we'll see. We'll see if that shows up or not. But I thought that was kind of neat that it wanted to, I don't know if it's just simply because it's open, that it knows that there's a crypto wallet open. I don't know how that works, but I thought that was really neat that it did that. Yeah, the Bitcoin seems to be a little bit behind Bitcoin Cash, it looks like. So, because no one's using Bitcoin Cash, so there's like zero weight on transactions. So there you go. All right, we'll come back to that. It's not a big deal. I did want to move into the latest Zel Core update. This is pretty significant. I thought it was really cool. They actually have made it. Now, one of the things with the Zel Core wallet, it uses a username and password, and that becomes your private key, basically, right? And it's like assaulted values, and then that's hashed, and then that becomes your key for the wallet. But one of the drawbacks of this setup was that once you create your username and your password and that hash is created, then you're stuck with that username and password. And let's say that it's compromised in some way. Someone saw you type it in, or I typed it in on a live stream and you guys saw it, whatever. Whatever the scenario is, in order to protect that crypto, you would have to then generate a new username and password in order to transfer that crypto over to the new account so that it was no longer exposed, right? Well, this latest update, I can't remember the name of it now. They give all their name. They give them names anyway. Actually, let's see. I think I have a picture of it. Yeah, right here. So they have Rosaline. That's it. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Rosaline is the update, and it brings a unique recovery password mechanism allowing for encrypted local password storing option via questions mechanism. Stay safe in case you forget your password, because that was the problem. Like you could have, you know, tons of crypto on in Zel Core, and if you forgot your password, you were just done. Whatever was in there is gone, right? And in this case, you're able to somehow, I haven't enabled it. I'm not going to do it on live stream because I don't want y'all to see my passwords and stuff, because I don't know how it works, but I'm going to, you can see down here in the bottom right hand corner, there's update available, because I haven't actually installed it yet. So maybe once I figure it out, once I go through it and I see whether or not anything is exposed, any private information is exposed, I can only assume that there will be, because it is going to be like my password and stuff. So I don't want to do that live. And what I'll do is I'll go through it and see, and then I'll talk about it maybe on a stream later on, once I figure out whether or not it's going to expose anything or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. That's a great addition. It's one of the things that kind of bothered me about the Zel Core wallet for a long time, is that specific situation of username, password, and it's set in stone. You know, there's no way of resetting the password. Now it looks like you're going to be able to reset the password. I think that's really cool. So good job on the Zel Core wallet there, guys. That's an awesome capability added to the system here. All right, I'm going to check the chat, see what you guys are up to. All right. Patrick, you're saying that Phoenix miner keeps crashing. If your miner keeps crashing, usually it has to do with overclock settings too high or too low, or not enough power, or those are usually the symptoms, or the reasons for that. I would go with all defaults, maybe, or some real conservative settings. Let's see if that makes it more reliable there. Yeah, so Serpent's doing a crash off the NOS. I get it. All right, cool stuff. So what else we got to talk about? Let's see. We could go over some new GPU stuff. Seth Estrada did a premiere just a little while ago about the new GPUs, and I know Serpent's all amped up over the new GPUs as well. One thing that you know, it's real easy, and I mean, everybody loves new stuff, right? But as a miner, you really need to look at, okay, so here's the cost, and then what's really ultra important is how much it costs per, like, especially with Ethash. So we're gonna like stick to Ethereum Classic, you know, that algorithm. But whenever you're looking at this, you really need to look at, you need to focus on, okay, how much am I paying per mega hash? That's what is important in the mining scene. Yeah, on the gaming side, you do whatever you want. You know, all the CUDA cores and you know, all that stuff, the tensor cores and all that stuff. Go for it. And ray tracing cores or whatever you want to call them, great. But in the mining world, you got to worry about, okay, what is the hash rate and how much does it cost? How much does the GPU cost, and how much am I paying per hash rate? And not only that though, you also kind of need to include, okay, so the TDP, you know, the thermal design power of the GPU, and what you kind of anticipate, especially with new GPUs that no one's tested, okay? So you got to look at it and go, okay, what do I think, you know, based on previous models, what do I think the minimum TDP or the minimum power setting is going to be wattage wise to get a certain hash rate and certain performance, mining performance out of the GPU, right? That's what's really important, because if you look at the numbers, like based on what we know so far about the 3000 series from NVIDIA that's coming out really soon, September 14th and 21st or something. I don't know the actual dates, but you guys in the chat will know. Serpent and all you guys. Is DCA live? Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's cover this really quick. I just want to go through this really super fast. So let me check to make sure that are they. Let me know, Yashnik. Let me know if they're live right now, because then we'll head over there in a minute. Okay, so I've got listed out here the. It's probably pretty small. I could probably blow this up a little bit. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so there was some. I found some information about a 3060 Super, possibly. You can see I don't. There's no like hash rate or anything like that. Actually, there's a guesstimation because Red Panda had this. Where's it at? Red Panda had this sent to him, and there was like some talk of confirmation as far as these values go. And the GA 104-200, I did some looking around on that, and it seems like this might be a 3060 Super. So you can see the hash rates that they're projecting over here. Or, I mean, some people say that this is like confirmed, but, I don't know. We haven't seen like a video or anything like that I know of. So this GA 104-200 might be a 3060 Super. And then you got the other ones up here. All right, so I'll leave that up, and then we'll kind of come over here. Yeah, so you can see that it was saying that it was about 53. That's like an average 53 mega hash, but I don't have any information on it. There's no like real details on it, so I can't really talk about that too much. But the 3070 seems like it's going to get about 53 mega hash. The cost is $499. My power cost is 10.3 cents per kilowatt hour. And then the TDP is 220 for this monster. Actually, it's not. It's tame compared to the other ones. But you're not gonna mining. You're not gonna hit 220. I would assume that this thing is gonna be super efficient. I would imagine on the mining side it's going to be super efficient. So I don't know what to. I don't even know what to put here. Like, okay, so do you think it's going to be 110? Like half? Or a little less than half, or a little, I don't know. Percentage-wise, I don't know what it's going to be. But if, let's just say you could get it to, mining efficiently at 150, then that's going to change your cost per mega hash, of course. So actually not the cost per mega hash, but it'll change your daily cost of running the card. So that's at 94 cents based on this kilowatt per hour that I've got in here already. Let's see here. It looks like it's going to have one 8-pin connection. We did see that 12-pin NVIDIA. Guys, I looked on the website and they are all saying, actually on videocards.com, I don't know, you guys probably have better information, but for the 3080 and 3090, it's talking about a 2 by 8 pin, but we saw that connector. I don't know what's true here, and this is on videocards.net or videocards.com, whatever. I don't know the best source for this information, but that was saying there was one by 8 pin for the 3070. Got all the data here for it, and yeah, so the 3070 is going to have GDDR6, not X. And at the current, like if you were to look at it from a GPU cost versus mega hash per, or hash per, what am I trying to say? Good grief. cost per mega hash. I got it written up here. I need to actually make that like cost per mega hash. Anyway, so it's 53 on average. That's $9.42 per mega hash. Pretty pricey compared to some of the other GPUs like an RX 580, 5700. You know, I don't know. It's kind of tough. I think that through optimization of cores, you're going to possibly see, you know, let's say you could see like a 60, or let's just say 65, right? So if you could get to 65, then, you know, you're getting close to a 5700 as far as the cost per mega hash. So I don't know how that's going to play out, man. I really don't. I mean, you know, look at the 3090. The 3090 is supposedly 107 mega hash. It sounds incredible. It sounds awesome, right? But you're paying $1,500 for that GPU. That means that it's $14 per mega hash. So, you know, these are the things that you need to think about whenever you're talking about buying new GPUs for mining. You know, now, if you're gaming and all that stuff, you do whatever you want to do. But, man, this $14 per mega hash, you could almost build an 8. I'd have to do the math. But you could almost build, you could literally build an 8 GPU mining rig, RX 580 rig, for the cost of one of those GPUs. And what would that come out to? That's way more than 107 mega hash. That's like 240 mega hash. I don't know. It's a no-brainer for me. But again, this is all preliminary. We don't know what optimizations are going to come. There could be huge strides in like the miners, you know, the mining software itself. That's going to change this landscape altogether. But right now, based on this data, I'm not jumping on all these GPUs. I mean, it would be nice. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice to have, you know, brand new stuff. But man, if you're looking at mining, I don't know. I think I'm going to hold off a little bit here. One thing I will note though, I think that the 3070, and Serpent brought this up with the 3080 and the 3090, how the fans, what do they call them? Almost like opposing fans. They have, NVIDIA has some name for it. But anyway, so you got a fan on both sides basically, right? And I think the 3070 has both the fans on one side. So for mining purposes, you know, mining rig and the GPUs being close, he was really concerned about how, you know, having a 3080, for example, would push air on the GPU that's next to it, right? Push hot air onto it. And the 3070 seems like it's like the old school, like we're used to, and it might have the two fans on the other side. I think that if I'm looking at the right pictures, that's what I saw. So I think that that's kind of cool. So the 3070 might be the one that makes sense. But again, you know, we got to compare this to Radeon 7s. We got to compare it to all those different things. And that's why a spreadsheet that shows like your cost per mega hash is really important. You got to lay that stuff out because it can help you make a decision, you know, a good decision on what you need. There's all kinds of other factors though. You know, you got to look at the resale value. Are you ever going to sell your cards? I'm not. I mean, I sold some of mine at literally the bottom of the market. I sold some RX 580s. I shouldn't. I regret it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. But, you know, if you're ever going to resell them, then that's one of the things that you have to kind of factor in. There's all kinds of other things, but this is just all preliminary. We don't have a lot of data. You know, we've got a little bit of data, and it's kind of like a leaked data as far as the mega hashes go for the cards, the performance. So we'll see. We will see, man. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be neat to see all these, you know, before they come out. It's gonna be neat to see all the speculation and stuff. I think that that's kind of neat, and it's healthy for the community. All right, guys, let's head over to, if I can get there. Let's see if I can get there. Yeah, so DCA is live. Let me post their link over here. And we will do the whole Savage raid over there. Hopefully this was somewhat informative. I know I'm kind of like, I'm a couple of fire teas in. So, I think it's, I don't know. I think what I talked about was pretty cool. You know, take it for what it's worth. I don't know. I thought that the Cointree thing and the Bitcoin Jack thing was really cool. And, yeah, good job for Naomi Brockwell for creating that website and all that stuff. But yeah, let's head over to DCA Adventure and do the Savage raid. And I will see you guys over there in a minute. And tomorrow, before I forget, tomorrow morning at 11:30, correct me if I'm wrong there, Serpent, we are doing Caffeine and Crypto tomorrow morning, 11:30 Eastern Time. So figure that out on your own as far as your time zone and all that. And I will see you guys over there as well. I'll see you on DCA, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Caffeine and Crypto with Serpent X on his channel. So he's going to be streaming on his channel, and we'll be talking about some crypto and stuff. I think that I want to say that Crypto Mikhail's going to be in there too. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I'll see you guys over there either on DCA or Caffeine and Crypto. Stay savage, everybody.